in his femoral artery. Weatherspoon would then stumble across the road before collapsing in front of the One Cigar Lounge, traumatizing late-night customers.
Now, keep in mind, this was reported, like, back then, both of them got arrested, but this is, like, the gory details of what happened. And, you know, a lot of people always said, I'm not too sure if y'all believe it. Y'all tell me in the chat if y'all believe it. They said, you know, it's not that Dirk pussy or nothing like that, but they were like, yo, when Dirk was around King Von, it's like he would basically just be a little bit more demonic because King Von was on that type of time. You know what I mean? It's like when you hanging out with your tough friends, you got to be a little bit tougher. You right? You know what I mean? Like you hang out with your bitch ass friends, you can give a nigga a pass. You hang out with your tough friend, oh, you got to spank that nigga backs.
Witnesses would then scramble to call 911 while a SUV with 300 the the scene simultaneously. Emergency services and law enforcement quickly arrived at the chaotic scene and immediately transport Alexander Weatherspoon to the Atlanta Medical Center for emergency surgery, while detectives would begin to investigate the crime scene and speak to any possible witnesses. The on-scene investigation would reveal that 13 shell casings were found at the scene, coming from both a pistol and a rifle. The 9mm handgun was also found nearby. This case would then go cold for about 3 months. But on May 4th, 2019, King Von would be tackled and arrested by the Chicago police on charges related to the varsity shooting back in February 2019. 9 days later, Bezu would also be arrested by the Chicago police with the charge being fugitive from justice, out-of-state warrant. Then on May 29th, 2019, the Atlanta police would issue an arrest warrant for the final suspect in the case, Lil Durk. The warrant would be charging Lil Durk with 5 felonies, the major one being an attempt to murder charge. A charge of that sentence usually carries 10 to 20 years in prison. The same day the arrest warrant was announced, Lil Durk would release a song titled Turn Myself In, which included several dark lyrics.
Alright, yeah, I know this is a longer video. I'm not trying to drag it. We've seen this before. It's just basically, ultimately what happens is that he gets charged with the shoot. Now, according to the police, the police and the prosecutors try to act like, you know what, we thought we knew what happened, because at first they were saying there was a hand that reached outside the car and shot. And they said based on the tattoos on the hand, they could identify who it was. But later on, they kind of backtracked, and then they say, you know what, in the interest of justice, we're just not going to prosecute. And they made it seem like after King Von died, that they didn't really have, you know, maybe the actual shooter was Von, so they're just not going to go after Dirk because they don't know. Now, all while the reality was that the feds had the case. And the feds had told them, don't put these niggas in jail. We got something better for them.
Dirk and King Von.
R.I.P.
B-Tide Bonnie. By the name of Jeffrey Churchill would take the stand and claim that one of the witnesses he spoke with was a female who was talking with Lil Durk and King Von when the incident took place. She claimed that a fight broke out in the car in front of them, and then saw Lil Durk pull out a firearm while shots could be heard. Detective Churchill then told the court that Alexander Weatherspoon also had a firearm with him at the time of the incident, and it is completely possible that Weatherspoon could have fired the first shot. Another interesting piece of evidence brought up in court was the fact that there was allegedly surveillance footage that would show an arm of an individual rumored to be Lil Durk's hanging out the window of a gray and red camel track with 300 plastered on the side while firing the firearm.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Prosecutors would describe the case as
Yo, who said Lil Durk don't bust his gun? Who said that?
Related, and even had a Chicago police captain fly all the way down to Atlanta to confirm to the Atlanta courts that Lil Durk and King Von are documented members of the Black Disciples. At the end of the court hearing, it was determined that Lil Durk and King Von were to continue to remain in the Fulton County Jail. 6 days later, at another court hearing, prosecutors would submit a request to Fulton County Judge Kevin Farmer to not give Lil Durk Von and have him remain.
Okay, let me fast forward to where they change their mind.
Reputation. Evidence of this is in King Von's Took Her to the O, a song that describes Von getting confronted by a man rumored to be FBG Duck, and the situation ends up turning violent. Rumors on what exactly happened to FBG Duck would begin spreading online, with the most popular narrative being that King Von and O-Block were responsible for the murder of FBG Duck. Fans all across the world were really starting to believe and see with their own eyes that King Von and Little Dirk were possibly the most dangerous men in hip-hop. The demon. 9 days later, after the murder of FBG Duck, the demon Dirk would arguably have the most important moment in his career take place when he would be featured on Drake's hit song, Laugh Now, Cry Later. The Drake collaboration would bring a whole new massive audience to Little Dirk and his music.
Okay, alright, let's get
the scenes.
Okay.
Close to you is already.
Here we go.
FBI would raid O-Block and arrest 5 members of more than ever on his story and had him in the
Okay, so this is how the
today. He most likely would have been sitting in the same jail as Money and Ford was not shy in stating that King Von.
Okay, so this is how they explain why they're not going to charge Dirk, but really that was like a smoke screen. They gave this case a fix.
Any proceedings of the case. Then on October 24th,
I love you, niggas.
It would officially be announced that after 3 years since the original incident at the varsity happened, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office would drop all of the charges against Dirk and Bezu. The Fulton County District Attorney was not shy in stating that King Von would have been indicted for the incident if he were still alive today, which could potentially indicate that Dirk's legal team put all the blame for the shooting on Von since he had passed away. Fans online would be ecstatic at the news, claiming this is great for Little Dirk.
Dirk never told. Dirk not like these other niggas. I stand on it.
Never.
Dirk would never tell.
Never.
Dirk was too real for the rap game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think Dirk one of those rappers that got tricked into a jail cell thinking that every rapper he used to be rapping on that gangster shit with would do what he was doing. I think everybody was sitting back like, wait, this nigga shoot niggas, bro? Wait, Dirk really got niggas killed? Yo, Dirk really got like 10 bodies? Yo, every other rapper that he was rapping with, they was acting like they was gangster. They was doing nothing. Dirk was actually getting niggas clapped. I think he got tricked into a jail cell. He should have listened. He should have realized them rappers was just capping. He was the only one keeping it real.
And that it must be a huge weight lifted off his shoulders. But just because the state dropped the charges.
Bro, Dirk's lyrics, nigga, Dirk's lyrics read like a fucking true, like, it's a non-fiction novel, nigga. If he said it, he did it. There's a few niggas, if they said it, don't even ask. It happened. There ain't no capping when it come to King Von. Ain't no goddamn capping when it come to Schmerkio. If they said it,
ain't no capping my rap, nigga.
Go to Chicago scene and go to 2 Reddit pages where you're gonna find it happen. He ain't never. He's not one of them niggas that go to the studio.
Ain't no capping my rap, nigga.
Hell nah.
To y'all
That nigga was
niggas.
rapping from memory. Straight up. Straight up. I only know 3 rappers. Well, there's a couple more. But they're free right now, so we can't make the block hot. We can't make the block hot. But all I'm gonna say, I ain't hear King Von tell a lie. I ain't hear Schmerkio rap about a fake event. And I ain't hear Pooh Shiesty say he did something he ain't never did. Facts. I gotta be honest. There's a couple more, but they're free, so we're just gonna act like, yo, bro, you ain't really did that shit, right? We're gonna just act, yeah, just let it go. But them 3, hold on.
This doesn't mean that he's fully in the clear. Since the charges were dismissed and the defendants were not found guilty, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for the state to intentionally drop the case if they knew it could be a part of a much, much bigger case. You know, maybe like a RICO. Only time will tell, but many credible individuals with close...
What the fuck? Oh, he did this 3 years ago. Yeah, time did tell. Yo, he's in a Mexico Rico. Anyway, all right. So the prosecutors are considering adding that incident that they dropped before on a state level, right? And also keep in mind for the people who might be thinking about legally, they're like, well, double jeopardy. Double jeopardy doesn't exist in these cases because you have to be found not guilty. And yes, double jeopardy would also apply to a federal case. So, for example, if you get charged for state murder, and they tried to use that murder in a federal case, your double jeopardy doesn't work there too. So, if you beat the state case, usually feds don't even bring that charge at all. But if they dismiss the charge, usually they're dismissing it and basically saying if we want to later down the line, we could bring it. That's why they would dismiss it rather than go with a weak case and not get a conviction, and they could never bring those charges again. In 29, okay, so we know that it was dropped in 2022, but they want to bring it back in 2026. Ooh, look at this cute nigga right here, man. Pause. Can I say pause with me? Anyway, all right. Then there's another one. The other incident. Let me show the other incident. The other incident, other than that, is an incident that relates to another case that we've looked into extensively, where this says that the supplemental charges will also be reviewed, but it says among the incidents is the 2019 shooting downtown and also a 2022 shooting of Stephon Mack in Chicago. Keep in mind, remember when D-Thing, which is the brother of Dirk, passed away, immediately there was supposed get back for his murder.
Come on, boy.
And the get back was the death of Stephon
Mack.
Mack.
Know how to drive?
Well, the prosecutor
don't know how to fucking drive. That's fucking crazy.
Arrested as the killer, they were actually caught saying, "When is Dirk gonna pay this?" Like, you hire the killers, and of course they're on tech. Well, these guys were the worst killers ever.
Hey.
After they killed the guy, they ran separate directions. They forgot all about surveillance.
Get off my way, bitch.
They had masks on.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
They started shouting out each other's name on some Marco Polo shit. Marco
Polo.
They started actually shouting out each other's names. Good job. Why you wear face covering? Okay, these guys weren't the smartest guys, but I don't think you get people to sign up for the job of murder for hire if they're too high of IQ. Anyway. So those guys were also caught on text message, and they were saying to each other,
"You ain't gang.
When Smirky gonna pay for this kill?"
You ain't gang.
To actually discuss when the murder for hire gonna get paid out. Just text each other, right? Like, nothing. Feds ain't gonna see this shit. You know what I mean? Send it in vanish mode. That's the new shit. Didn't Savage say some shit like that? Savage got a line. He said his shit in vanish mode. I'm like, I know he don't do that shit because he ain't that stupid, but I hope no street niggas actually start doing that shit. Which niggas is doing their crimes in vanish mode? Ain't no fucking way.
Ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way,
bruh.
Ain't
for no crime. What? Oh man. Anyway. All right. Okay. It's all good.
Oh wow.
They said March Dirk shared an audio update to his Instagram followers about his mental state, and he was saying he was improving his patience. If you guys don't remember this audio, we will play it again.
Yeah, I just want to give y'all just an update on my mind state. You know, I just been reading, getting into these books, just working on my patience. I've been reading Pawns in the Game by William Gacar, Newton, Fred Hampton, Elaine Brown, just all the revolutionaries, you know, who've been through something and stand for something that a lot of people don't know or forgot about. So, and I just been, it's just been sitting on my heart lately to just save the generation, bro. Save these kids. You know, they don't deserve it. I'm just trying to be a pawn for the culture, you know, just entertaining it and being ignorant, you know what I'm saying? I want to change the world around to being positive. I want to start with saying, like, when it comes to support, you know, I'd be cool because, you know, when Jay-Z went through his situation, you know, he the people's champ. They turned their back on him. Even Drake and Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be the first one to just do it, you know what I'm saying? And not saying the first one to do it, but, you know, for these kids, you know, we got to be their heroes. You know what I'm saying? They got to look up to us in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't gonna like it. You know, if you can't make money off of it, they ain't gonna like it. So I'm gonna be the first one to do it. Revolutionary.
Shmerkio! My prayers goes out to him. My prayers go out to Shmerk. I rock with Shmerk heavy. Okay. So yeah, the feds are considering it. This could go either way. I don't think they're gonna bring these charges on Shmerk. If I had to give my opinion on this, I think if they're having a hard time proving the case where Dirk actually did travel with one of the people who was involved in the murder and who's probably telling, and if they're having a hard time proving that, to prove that these other guys who killed Stephon Mack or even that Dirk was the person who shot this guy who we don't even know if he's still a cooperating witness at this point. I think that the fans are kind of signaling that maybe they're trying to do the approach of let's lump up what he's accused of, kind of like, prejudice his case, make him look like, listen, he's charged with like 3 shootings. Like, he got to be a bad guy. He got to be guilty of something. And even if they don't get him for, obviously, murder for hire when it comes to Lil Pop, they could get him for maybe even a shooting and at least get him 10 to 15 years. That's what I am thinking. But I could be wrong. We will see in due time. Okay? All good. How y'all doing, man? I think my internet's rocking tonight. I'm feeling good. Feeling happy. I am glad to be here, and I'm glad that I have you guys here.
If you're one of the dozens of people who have tuned into CNN recently, you've probably seen a lot of this.
Wait a minute. What am I lying about? You're lying. You're lying. I don't care. I don't care who points it. There you go. All right. All right, man. There's a lot of fuckery going on. Shout out to Ben 10. Ben 10 is back in the trenches. Niggas thought, a couple shootings was going to hold my boy down. Not when he's built for this type of life. Shout out to my man Ben 10, man, back in the field, still chasing down obstacles. He's doing it. He don't matter how it is. Shout out to my boy. He getting his dog. Yo, he getting how he live. He wasn't going to cap with y'all. He told y'all the truth. He said, listen, I know sometimes you get shot and you can't walk for months, but we on the way. Okay? So, he's still going through getting it, his legs together, but he's still in the trenches. Okay? And he'll still chase a op down. Okay? He got a powered scooter. He don't care. Anyway, this is what he said. I thought it was the other nigga. Big ass lizard. I hope so. What up, cuz? What up, now? I pushed the P with him. Oh shit, that soldier's looking poorly. And I think he got like the little robotic scooter shit. Wait till they put an exhaust on the back of his wheelchair and the goddamn turbo kit. Y'all niggas is cooked. Stop playing with Ben 10. Ben 10 will be back up. He'll be back walking, like literally. From what I'm hearing, he's doing a little physical therapy. The rumors that he is permanently paralyzed is the furthest thing from the truth. He is recovering, and the good thing about it is that he is alive, which everyone is happy about. So get well, Ben 10. We love you. Let's stay out of trouble. Let's stay safe, and let's get back healthy. Health is it's really wealth, right? Anyway, somebody say he needs a muffler too. Shit. Somebody say he rolling 60. Stop playing. Don't joke about my nigga like that. It's 4K trace shit, nigga. Stop playing. All right? No jokes.
I'm going through that situation right now, but we still taking it up.
Still dogging it, man. What's this purple thing right here? I've never seen a fan to purple. What's that?
I put a 3.
I thought it was the other nigga.
Big ass lizard. I hope so. What up, cuz? What up, now? I pushed the P with him.
Oh no, not Pistol P. Pistol P.
Okay, never mind. I see someone in the comment section named Rolling With. I'm like, oh hell no! Don't tell me the wheelchair community is standing by him. Yo, no, leave my boy Ben 10 alone. And if any of y'all ops think it's sweet, might be in a wheelchair, but don't get put in a coffin. Calm it down. Shout out to my boy Ben 10, man. Voice loud in the field, man. Okay. Anyway. Dean the Great Arrested. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Man.
Let's get to
you bitch ass nigga. Kill a nigga for free.
Gayle King sat down with Call Her Daddy, the podcast, and they talked a lot about her personal life. Now, one of the things that she clears up in this interview is that her and Oprah do not have a romantic toxic relationship. Let's take a listen.
It used to really bother me. I was recently divorced, and there was the National Enquirer did a story about that's the reason for the divorce because they're secretly gay. Number one, if we were gay, we would tell you because believe me, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I prefer a man. And then I would say to her, you've got to say something on your show because it's hard enough for me to get a date on a Saturday night, and now people think I'm a lesbian. You've got to say something. She said, no, just leave it alone. Even today, there's still people that say, well, you know, the truth is, I don't care.
You know, it's interesting to know where did that come from? Because I even think about that back in the day when people would say things like that. Like, what about Gail and Oprah made people think that they were a couple?
I think it was the fact that Oprah didn't have a husband.
She had stuff.
Stedman was just a kind of figure to decoy. Yeah, decoy. But they said beard. Yeah, I don't know they call that. I don't know if that's a beard. Yeah, but just a decoy. But I think that was
sexy decoy.
I didn't say it.
He thought it'd be like Jesus. Crazy human.
Why you guys say descriptive? I didn't say it was a decoy, but you know, but the fact that Oprah, she was never seen dating, she never had a husband, people just assumed.
But that don't mean that Gail, that you know, she was humping on Gail.
It's because of how close they are too. Like they do everything together. Like Gail talks about it, but Gail talks about it in his interview that like for some reason their super close relationship, people act like they've never seen it. But she says at one point because they're coming up on like decades of friendship, Oprah was like, let's have a friendship party and stuff like that. People will pick up and the tabloids would be like,
people think
nobody do that with Charlamagne.
No, my family would really be asking me if y'all are really.
But that's because it has a reputation of being gay since the 90s.
Because you
Hi.
I was going to say it could be the spelling of her name, G-A-Y.
Yeah.
She is the only one that spelled it like that, Gail.
Well, Gail, she mentioned her divorce in that clip. She was married for 11 years to attorney William Wilkins. That marriage ended when she found him with her best friend.
Never be funny.
Let's take a listen to.
I'm way from saying.
Can you take me to that day? Like, how did you?
I don't know.
This was back in the day. I was in D.C. I'd driven myself to the airport, so I didn't even have time to call and say, look, the flight was da-da-da-da-da. I'm coming home. Got to the airport, got in the car, came home. The alarm was set, which that's strange. The next thing I know, he comes flying out of the room, and he's got a towel on. He goes, you can't come in. What do you mean you can't come in? Someone's here. I go, someone like who? So I start searching the house because I didn't believe him. I get down, and there they are. There she is, cowering behind the door in my towel.
I need much money. I need much money.
And that you are doing this.
Give me that money.
Yes. And I even said,
I need money.
Right. Exactly.
I need to see this woman even cheat with her. They've been ridiculous humans who mess up good things all the time, but I need to at least see what she looks like.
Give me that money. I need money.
After this incident, he took Shorty home. Let's take a listen.
Your kids were in the house. How did you
Okay.
She was from Jamaica. Burge is with the kids. And I said, Burge, take the children and go to the back room and shut the door. And she said, what is it? What is this, Mom? What is it? Let's give her a nice name. What's a good name? Casey. Yeah, Casey is here. And I said, and they're naked. She goes, Lord, it was mercy, Mom. She peed in your toilet, Mom. I go, Burge, I don't need that right now. And she was married. And I said, I'm calling him, her husband. And he goes, don't call because they have a good marriage. They have a good marriage. The girls' pajama bottoms are in my bag. And so he said, please don't call. So he goes, I'm going to take her to the train station so her husband can pick her up so he won't know. So they left and went to the train station. I called Oprah. Oprah goes, wait, let me get this straight. He left you there alone and went with her? And she said, oh, girl, you don't even know how bad this is. Baby, his name is William Wilkins.
Bumpy. He looked like a bumpy.
He looked like Franklin.
He still apologizing?
Yeah, so he gave TMZ a statement last night after this picked up pretty big. He said, my deepest apologies to Gail, our daughter Kirby, her husband, and their son, and their three grandchildren for the pain I caused decades ago. Those actions were mine. I've long ago owned them, including publicly in my own words in 2016, which still stands. He then says, Gail has every right to share what was painful in that chapter that changed the trajectory of our marriage and our family nearly 40 years ago. I respect her right to tell the story, and that's where I'll leave it.
Ladies, let this be a lesson to you, man. Whenever you leave a situation, just keep going up.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite things to witness in life is Gail King in person.
Let me tell you
every time I'm around her in person, it is a very pleasant experience. I saw her at Stephen Colbert's rap party last week. Miss Gayle King is incredible. Okay, that's a brick house. I mean, Gayle about 5'10". I mean, Gayle she's amazing.
She like that.
Think like a kindergarten principal.
Hey,
Respectfully.
The stars won't do you like that, Miss King. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do you like that.
What you speaking from?
I'm representing for the stars.
Chris, you better get up, Chris. Not only is Gayle beautiful at 71 years old, she's fun.
71.
She's smart. She's fun. She's successful. That's one of them ones you're gonna hear. If you're a man, you kicking yourself in the ass forever. Like, man, how did I met that up?
Do you think you could do a Top Dog Law commercial? I mean, do you really think that you can sound better than me? Well, we're going to see. It's the Top Dog Law Challenge, May 18th to the 31st.
Anybody thinks I'm better than you, freaky.
Doing the commercial.
Freaky.
Post the qualifying ad on Instagram and tag Top Dog Law. That's TOPDOGLAW and hashtag Top Dog Law Challenge. Top Dog might just post it on their page. Check the rules and get your link at challenge. We're going to pick a winner. We're going to hire you for a radio commercial, and we're going to pay you $10,000. So you might just become a star. It's the Top Dog Law Challenge.
Why is Rick Ross's name up here?
I guess because he's been going off the ringer and so.
Yeah, you don't know. I don't know, shut you. I don't know, kick you. If you think I know.
You don't think so? I don't think so. I don't know. They all called him. Whoever called him got the word from home.
Yo, I don't know that.
Yeah. Whether directly or indirectly. I know where it came from. I just don't know. Oh, that actually that delivery message.
I don't care about all the other stuff because that's all industry, whatever, back and forth. I don't like when you start talking about nigga moms and all that shit.
Yeah, I ain't like
that's what's like.
nigga mother.
Yeah, and we ain't gotta be super just man shit. We ain't gotta be cool to take knowledge. Like we talk about nigga moms and all that. That's cool. Like I agree. Salute to being able to have. That's the other part. Like to be able to have an opinion about some shit and we can keep the insults between each other. Like this, like when we had the conversation about
some
50,
people take it to hell,
but some need to get old enough to not have to take it to hell. Like when we had the conversation about 50, 50's known for always taking it to hell,
and he gets a kind of a pass because niggas view him as always taking it to hell.
But when he brought in the tiny shit, we saw everybody address that tiny shit the way grown men should address it. Why are you doing that? You bringing up a woman that has nothing to do with this. It's insult. It's disrespectful. Why? Ross, you bringing up a nigga moms right after Mother's Day. Like, come on, bro. That's nasty.
It was nasty.
It's nasty. I don't give a fuck. You can do that to an enemy, a friend, whatever. Nasty is nasty. And niggas still rock with his music and all that. But that's whack. I don't like it.
I agree. He's playing that algorithm. He's playing that algorithm game. He got an album coming out next month. And, you know, there's other ventures that he's promoting, so anything to get people talking where I could direct them back to look at this. I don't play that game. I don't like that, but it's nasty. Like certain lines, you just come on, dog. What we doing? Grown. Yeah. Agreed. Just disgusting. That's it. Well, I agree because I'm an adult and responsible, and I don't have that in me. But you know, it's coming. But I've added Ross to the list of people that don't care about none of that. But that's cool. Like the same way 50 does it, and I'm like,
I would never.
It's different though. You said 50 get a pass, like not a pass because people still view it away, but no, they won't say nothing.
He do it and really don't give a
about what anybody has to say about anything. And if you happen to see him in person at Shreveport, what's it called in New Orleans? Shreveport. Yeah, if you happen to see him in person, he might talk to you about his decision making, but he don't really care what nobody. Oh, he's talking about 50? Yeah. Like, no, I think 50 in the past, a lot of these scared to death of him and won't say nothing. I think a lot of people have a problem with the things that 50 do, but they won't say nothing because you might have to see them.
I think the older you get, it's okay to also no longer give them pass you gave them the decade before. I don't want to continue to give 50 or Ross or anybody that pass to get that disrespect. Because you know what it is? We don't give a fuck about it when it happens to somebody else. But then when it happened with us, we got to internalize it and go home with it, then it's a problem. I don't think that that's cool. Like, it's not. We continuously letting it. It was cool 10 years ago. It was cool even 5 years ago. 40, almost 50 plus, at some point, my nigga, there's some level of decorum that you can at least still combat with a nigga, where you don't have to go that level of disrespect.
I can't say that you automatically acquire those things when you turn 50.
That's cool.
Like,
see, I'm still calling out.
My brain is a little different. I knew in my 20s that was stepping over a line.
Wacky.
Like, that didn't necessarily come along with age. I just looked at people.
That's why we the wrong people to speak about.
It came with consequences.
Some people play. We like-minded. That's what I'm saying. Like, we like-minded and we agree.
There's a group of people that understands and play that type of game and will go to hell and not think nothing of it.
That's cool. No, there's a group of people. It changed because, like, what Ish is speaking to, there were consequences to that.
And it's still consequences, but
it came with a consequence.
Everything
today, it's not. There's no consequences behind a lot of shit.
That's not true. Hold up. That's one of the biggest misconceptions in podcast land. There are consequences to what you say.
Not to where they used. Not to the way they used to be. That's true. There might still be consequences.
Most people
not to the same level it was before. Most people, if you said
I
something,
would say it's worse today.
No, listen. If you said something about somebody's mother back in the day, that person 9 times out of 10 was in a certain reach of you. Nowadays, it's the internet. And so now the odds of you seeing these people are slimmer. And then when you see some of these people, you're going to have security with you, et cetera, et cetera. So the repercussions of your actions may not come back directly. You know what I mean?
Everything is brushed under the guise of this is just entertainment. It's just being said for entertainment's sake and for fodder. And at this point, it's like, all right, some things just ain't entertainment and fodder. I'll never sit on that side. I never want to get to a space where I get comfortable enough to go that low. That's just me. I can understand what other niggas would, but for me to see it and not acknowledge that is whack to me feels like it's like playing along with the game.
I understand that, and I understand the podcaster view on it. I'm split because the way I have a license, the air quote license, to come in here and give my opinion on whoever and whatever the topic may be, they have a license to respond however they see fit. Whether that be your mother, your kid. So one of the niggas went on one of your podcasts talking about my kid. Like that. However people respond is how they respond. You don't have to agree with it. You can think it's nasty. I'm never gonna speak to homeboy again to joke like that. Like now that I know what it is, I don't play with you like that. That's my fault. That's my fault. I don't look at it. That's their fault. Some people take it to hell. Some people take it to hell. I don't agree with it, but some people do.
No, Japan.
A long time. Do we have a little sidebar? I don't want to. No? Okay, great. So, a longtime Republican operative has a pretty surprising name that allegedly keeps coming up again and again among members of these focus groups as a contender for assuming the MAGA title. Now, something tells me that she wouldn't want to go under the label of MAGA for obvious reasons, and you'll understand why as I give you the details to the story. But the obvious choice to replace Trump would seem to be, his Secretary of State Marco Rubio or his Vice President J.D. Vance. But as reporter Tom Latham points out, J.D. Vance is now considered the lone Iran war skeptic in the government by people who are not in the know, because there's no way he's an actual Iran war skeptic. But he is facing questions over his ability to command popular support. Marco Rubio has come to the fore, but many in the MAGA movement see him as complicit in the unpopular conflict. That's hilarious. They're both complicit in the unpopular war in Iran. Nonetheless, possible alternatives have included Trump nemesis Thomas Massie, and even America First broadcaster Tucker Carlson, due to the strength of their anti-war rhetoric. However, it turns out that a former Republican strategist, her name is Sarah Longwell of the Bulwark, who famously resigned as the chair of the Log Cabin Republicans over their endorsement of Trump, has another name to offer.
So Longwell, who runs hundreds of focus groups trying to, just kind of get a temperature check on who is and isn't a likely contender for 2028, says that the name most commonly mentioned is none other than Firebrand podcaster Candace Owens, which I got to be honest with you is a little bit surprising. And the only reason why I say surprising is because she has really turned on Donald Trump, I think, for the right reasons. And, you look at the outcome of the Massey Galrine race in Kentucky, and I thought, okay, well, when it comes to Republican voters, they're still very much defending Trump, supporting Trump. And Trump pushed for Massey to be voted out, and they delivered. So maybe, Trump is way more popular with the Republican base than I realized, but maybe not. So Candace is a former MAGA loyalist, as we all know. However, prior to the election in 2024, she had an interview with Saagar Enjeti that, for whatever reason, has really stuck to me, really stayed in my mind. Because Saagar asked her, you're very much against going to war against Iran. So if Trump gets elected and he launches a war against Iran, are you going to stop supporting him? Are you going to turn on him? I'm paraphrasing how he asked.
Here we go. Make them remember. Now, I love this. Yeah. You some great bars on this. Oh, yeah. Fast forward to the end. This your favorite joint, huh? This your favorite slap right here? It's about to be my ringtone. Which, you know what, Drake, man? Around, everybody thought was 1 a.m. in Albany.
Yeah. I was in Albany when it dropped, too. I was like, that's ironic.
They meant Albany. I thought, I stupid, silly me. I thought that we had broken up, Drake. I did. I did. I thought that our last breakup, I thought our last little tiff, I thought it was real. You said mean things. I said mean things. You unfollowed me. I didn't unfollow you, nigga. I didn't care. I don't give a fuck. When was this? What you say, y'all? When was this? When was what? You said
y'all last. Fucking mid-pod.
Well, this whole.
Hey, guy.
Right before the battle, yeah, somewhere around this last run, these last few years of Drake. I think it might have been 3 or 4 years ago where he put that post up about me, but just this felt like a real. Yeah, that's what it was 3 years ago. Yes, it was. But not just right after Crawling Dog. Yeah, no, he took the other shots at you more recent. That's what. Well, who cares about that? I'm just saying. This time, I thought the breakup was real, you guys. I thought that he would put out an album, and I was sad. Imagine me coming in here and having the bar and not going to reach off your ass. yo, you know what I'm saying? You was going to put out a Drake album and not diss me. He said he tired of helping the leeches. He don't look at me as a leech, though. Y'all think he look at me like a leech? Yes. Nah. Views rant. Y'all don't know. Views rant. Y'all don't know Drake like I know Drake. Okay. It's fine. None of the leech lines are to me. All of the lines about the hoes, those are to me. But I'm glad we're back. we are back in business. Aw. Ching. That's buns. Ching. Fucking ching. My man ain't gonna leave me hanging. He ain't gonna forget about me. Oh, this made me feel all warm. I ain't Ross. I'm appreciative. Like I said, you don't have what Ross got. I mean, Ross doesn't have what you. See, that's why I don't fall for none of the phony. I don't fall for the fan.
And that's some snacky.
Because if Drake really didn't love me,
that's snacky.
He wouldn't do this.
Some snacky, nacky, poppy lucky.
Me right up. That's my man. He takes care of me. He takes care of me, you guys. Man, I hear you. Yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah. Drake know the power is, boys. And I've been saying for years all the millions I make every time he does this. If he really wanted to hurt me, he would have did it. But that's my looks out. I look at that totally different. Nobody asked. Well, it's my job to talk, so I'm gonna say it anyway. It's my job to talk. My man loves me, man. Come on, let's get into it. Come on. I mean, I believe this. I'm not really looking for your opinion on it. I believe it. Nah, but it's mine for me. Now, do y'all want to play this in its entirety?
It's up to him. We could.
I don't care. I like it.
I like it too. Let's do it. There's only a couple left, I think, on this that we got to play.
Yeah, we about done with Iceman. We about done with Iceman. Yo, I gotta find out who's sending these out emojis.
That sounds like a broad move, no?
No.
I feel like the first time
I know it, dude.
Hell
Dude
no.
did it too.
Nick and that emoji.
Nick doing it.
LeBron is a dude.
It was Rory. A little Dre shot?
Yeah.
How we feel about a Dre shot? Come on, talk to
I
me.
missed it. What was the?
And Drake took out the AK. You take AK out as DRE.
I think it's.
And you see.
I thought that's the Drake. That's the pocket right there. Yeah. Like I didn't want him complaining about the battle and all the shit that happened, like whining about it, relitigating it. But I did want him. I think it's okay to reflect on all. Part of what he's saying is y'all took the moral high ground with some bull. Oh, everybody on that side got dirt. I think that's okay to say. I think that's okay to do. I think he had a right to do that. Y'all put this jacket on me, and y'all got a whole bunch of shit that we can say about y'all. I think that's fair game. And I think he did it so smooth and lyrically that it didn't come off in a bad way.
Tie, the jacket,
Again, it sounds like he sat and was well thought out in what he wanted to say and how he wanted to approach some of the things that have been said and who was saying it. Yeah.
I'm sure Drake was at home counting his billions. Like, what the fuck did you mention me for?
I ain't gonna hold you. But you can't step up at the pop-out show and be able to think, I see dead people. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Dre put himself in. That's what I'm saying. Drake played this shit in every single detail. Like, who was everywhere.
Everybody that played a part.
When you came out and said, I see dead people, you put yourself in the mix.
That's true.
Drake was in Barcelona watching the pop-out. For real, he's seeing all that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm friends again with Drake. now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that nigga put the funeral, the jacket, the tie, like
A little too excited. Happy. Yeah. Because I was in there too.
Love that show. Had a blast.
You got bars coming out.
Nah, good. I don't care about what you said. I ain't saying nothing. Yeah, but you making a face. I don't care. Listen, because Dre did walk out all pumped up, fresh out the gym, dropped the mic, walked off. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, that's my bro.
You heard that. I'm nigga Drake ain't beefing with nobody broke, boy. I tell you that.
That's more systemic shit, bro.
He is not beefing with the losers.
All of that systemic shit.
He beefing with, he better go. He don't have a choice but to go independent. That's what lets you know he going independent. Because he fighting with all the nuts and the bolts. He fighting with the screws and the pillars. Yeah, that's holding this shit. And I guess all that suing in with UMG shit said, I don't plan on being around.
If I'm leaving the house, burn this shit down if I could. Like, I don't give a or just let me go peacefully, but y'all won't let me go peacefully. Y'all won't do that? Like, fine, let's go.
Yeah, I love how he said that in the earlier record, the free record. That's a great
that was a great line.
The LeBron shit might have bothered him more than anybody else, I think. It did.
Like DeMar.
Nah.
I know, but I think it's both.
I think they both.
I think
he don't care about the Raptors that much.
Nah, I think Bron is one. It might be both, but Bron is at the top of the list.
1 and 1A.
I don't even have it. It's 1 and 2. I think Bron is just easier to make punchlines about. I think the DeMar shit bothered him.
Literally made a whole song about him.
And again, we beating a dead horse, but yo, if these and around me, like I really thought I had a brotherhood with y'all, and y'all did that.
What be that? Look, maybe LeBron is just a rap fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, right?
You're supposed to be my fan.
You're supposed to be my friend.
That's weird.
Yes,
that's not weird.
Still be your
That's
friend.
not
Still
weird.
Go support a live concert.
No,
I could be.
I don't have to go.
You know what was happening at that.
Hey, yo, bro, let me tell you something.
But
Right?
LeBron loves rap music. I could be in the back. Be in the dressing room. Don't be on camera and jigging the not like us.
He's lying about it.
He's in LA.
He let lie about it.
Do you think there was okay? Fair enough. Do you think there was a conversation between LeBron and Drake at some point?
No,
Ever?
No. Not since this.
Since the
No,
I don't think so.
no. Yo, let me tell you something, my nigga. If a
Drake
nigga,
want to snitch on LeBron so bad.
he do.
Yo, damn near day.
Yo, dog. If any up here, whether we got a long relationship or a short relationship, me and Poe met here. I'm not going to dance with nobody that's Poe.
That's not a fair analogy.
No,
Drake and LeBron don't see each other for 8 hours a day, 2 times a week. Like,
don't you gotta? Poe's never been in my house. Poe don't know my family.
I don't want to hear about Poe.
No. Listen,
No, that's what I'm saying. I picked Poe because I just met Poe. Everybody else told me I haven't done it for a longer
But
time.
pick someone that doesn't be around you a lot.
It's my point. Dog, these been in my house. I looked at you like my brother. I called you my man. We together allegedly. We did all of these things together. And now, come on, bro. But Corey, I disagree. I disagree.
Wait, did Drake have a tattoo?
I disagree.
Tattoos, they seem closer than that.
How do you say they're not really friends? Evidently, he thought something else.
Right. And that might be the lesson.
And that's the lesson.
But that's what I think makes tie back to the album. I think that's what makes the album so good. You're watching Drake learn these lessons. Maybe if LeBron ever made a rap song or gets interviewed about this and says something, he might say, we wasn't that tight. But from Drake's perspective, from this album, he clearly thought he lost a brother and got betrayed. And because of a rap show?
Yes.
Yeah. A rap show?
Like, it's not a rap show.
So you think LeBron should never listen to any more Kendrick Lamar because
nobody's saying that.
No, showing up to a show that is designed to humiliate you on some level.
See, I don't look at it that way. I think that this is the what the pop out meant to LA, and LeBron being a pillar in LA for the past decade, and probably for season being a pillar in LA for the future. It was important for him politically to go to that show.
Man, we did.
What do you mean what?
Dog, your political LA ties is worth more than me and you having a real friendship where we might have sat down and discussed our families and our futures and all that other shit. And take your political ass over there and play political games. I'm gonna stay over here with the niggas that's 10 toes down in my life.
To your point.
Fuck what?
Another way
that's
to
the
do
problem.
it.
Niggas be playing politics.
Or I think you gotta take another step. You gotta say, yo, I'm out here. I ain't taking no sides in this shit, but I'm here for LA. You gotta do something to make it very clear that you're not taking a side. Because it's gonna look like you're taking a side.
Okay, that's fair. Or if that's my man's, I'm gonna call my man.
Or that.
I'm gonna slide to this. Like, how you check the tip on that or something?
Okay. Yeah.
But if I give a fuck, or no, think what you want. I'm going to pop out and have a blast.
I think that's
LeBron don't seem to be bothered by none of this.
I think that's for Drake to say, right? If there was a conversation prior to going to the pop-up, because to your point, I think that is the right thing to do. Like, hey, I'm going to the show. Would you feeling kind of way about it? If you see me there, maybe Drake might, maybe he might. LeBron missed Drake.
I don't see how these niggas be sitting around with this. Was Corey. So, Empathy and Corey not in the same fucking city. What I'm saying is, bro, we could have developed a relationship. We might have started off as fans of each other. We both rich, we both young, we both black, we hanging out in the same spots. We could have developed a real relationship, and I thought it was something bigger than what you thought it was, evidently. Or we just play by different playbooks. Bro, it's nobody that I call my friend or my man or my... And Joe wasn't speaking for years. And I was still arguing with Joe. Like, yo, dog, I'm not... Yo, dog, y'all niggas crazy,
Hold me down.
I remember when the niggas was going to get them in the club. I said, nah, we not.
No! You always remember something that I don't remember.
It's a true story.
They ain't never come tell me.
No, it's a true story.
You fixed it before they got to you.
When you said something about the nigga time, and you like, yo, I'm like, no, what? No, we not. Bro, maybe I'm from somewhere different, and I was raised by different people. Some of these athletes, some of these entertainers that been around different shit.
I think LeBron has a side in this, but on Iceman Day, it's not time to try to understand LeBron's side. I'm not mad at Drake on his project that he went to therapy and sat down for 2 years.
With a hot therapist.
Yeah. If he want to now get everything off his chest to whoever, please, feel free.
Sure.
This is the time. Y'all know the last time we had this talk, like I was on the LeBron side of it. It's not really time to pick a side now. It's we let him do it. Yeah. That's it. Let him do it. It's his time. Let him do it.
No worrying about. Oh no, that's the old time. The ugly hair. No worrying about.
YouTube. Chicks. You know what to do, Chicks.
You know what? I like Chicks Move. Chicks Move is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Carter 7.
Oh, the Carter 7.
Y'all dead ass?
Yeah.
He talked about it on Skip Bayless shit, I think.
He did an interview saying he doesn't name. YouTube. Chicks. You know what to do, Chicks.
Fine. You know what? I like Chicks Move. Chicks Move is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Carter 7.
Oh, the Carter 7.
Y'all dead ass?
Yeah. He talked about it on Skip Bayless shit, I think.
He did an interview saying he doesn't name the records and the album. But y'all
Yeah, because his new management basically controls his whole rollouts and shit.
Yo, chat, can we have a fucking honest conversation about Wayne? Why the fuck is he still making music? Nah, bro, enough. It's time. It's time. Please, Wayne, you listen to this? Fucking retire, brother.
Why is he still active?
Y'all want me to put that clip? And I love Wayne, yo. I'm not even trolling, chat.
How many retired rappers do you know, Chicks?
Besides
Joe Budden. Because no rapper retires for real.
Carter 6 was a...
Nah, they just retired. They just disappeared.
Carter 6 was a bad rappers retired.
Yeah, Carter 7? Carter 6 already dropped.
That's what I'm saying. That shit was better than a lot of nigga shit.
Wait.
You could criticize Wayne for it not being a good project for Wayne, but that shit still was a better project than most niggas could ever make in their life. For
what are you talking about? Carter 6?
Dead ass.
Get your shit off, right?
Come on, bro. Hell no. Yo, Bryce, you serious?
The level of rapping that he played on Carter 6.
Bryce, your brain has to be donated to fucking science, bro. Your brain needs to be studied. I swear to God, bro.
What up, though? All my niggas cutthroat.
Niggas was hating on it. There's plenty of records on there that niggas couldn't even fathom making.
There wasn't any records on there,
right,
bro.
They couldn't fathom it.
No. He's trolling. Yo, Bryce,
Definitely not.
Yo, you a dog, bro.
Ass, bro.
Right now, bro, I'll tell you what, Bryce. One thing he's not gonna do is troll.
He's dead, bro. Carter 6. That shit sold like 2 copies.
I'm not here to have that conversation. I'm talking about the actual music.
Brother, the music was fucking garbage, bro.
Garbage is crazy, no.
That shit was
I don't listen to now, so I ain't want to say
No.
What's the thing about Carter 6?
He's in that PC. He's in that PC, chat.
Right.
Carter 6,
bro.
What did you enjoy about the project? Like, what songs did you enjoy?
Alone in the Studio. What's that? The one I'm Greater, something like that. I mean, he had plenty of records on there that was like standout records, bro. Like, I don't know.
Shut up, Black T.
Stand out where, nigga? Stand out where?
I'm pulling it up right now, bro.
He already sound defeated, bro.
Nah, because it's not a conversation I need to have.
Battle, brother.
It's not a conversation I need to have. I'm just telling you how I feel.
Drea, did you enjoy Carter 6?
By Myself, Written History,
No, right?
Loki's Theme, Sharks, Hip Hop. Like, it's a lot of records on there. Flex Up. Like, there's a lot of.
Nah, he's rich, baby. He's rich, baby.
That you just couldn't imagine putting together on their own.
Those sound like
well, you can't say that. When you say that right there, bro, that niggas can imagine doing that, bro.
Like Jack Harlow will struggle to put a project like that together. Like, niggas that's recently dropping right now have a.
Don't do that to Jack Harlow, bro. Don't do that to Jack.
Disrespected Jack's whole career.
Niggas have a hard time trying to drop.
I ain't gonna lie. I would never know.
He don't have a Carter 6 in his body.
Swing.
You're right, he doesn't.
Swing, did you fuck with that album, bro? Carter 6?
That shit was.
I love Wayne, but come on, bro. Oh, okay. Wait. Can you not talk about it?
Very disappointing. Like, it's like the whole Carter, that was supposed to be something. I feel like when Birdman took the budget and put it in the lifestyle, it just kind of like knocked the whole career off. Carter 5 was okay, but Carter 6 was
Dumpster juice.
That didn't even feel like a low-end album. That felt like somebody else's album.
I think people would have looked at it. I'm not saying people would have loved it, but I think people would have looked at it differently if did not name it Carter. If it was just named like.
Nah, it was.
I am not. Niggas probably still trash it, but it would be as bad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
People look at the Carter series as like something supreme value. So I think that definitely. Yeah, I think I'm here to appreciate my great.
Repeat.
That shit sound like a compilation of songs that was just uploaded by mistake, and everybody heard and it was just too late. They just had to let it rock.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong.
Okay.
But I love Wayne, man.
Yeah, listen to Wayne without Birdman. He's Birdman, and then like,
Let it be, let it roll.
somebody there getting the structure. Yo, that shit like.
Hold on, Dre, what'd you say? Yes, he should have retired 10 years ago. Yes.
10 years ago? Hold on.
He should have, yes, in 2015, no way should have absolutely been done with music, bro. He should be banned from all studios in the fucking country.
All right, now.
It should be a poster with his face on it, on every studio door, saying, do not allow in.
Do you like any Young Money artists?
I do. I fuck with Wayne.
Carter 5 did almost 500 first week.
This is crazy, bro.
Well deserved as well.
I think Nicki's gonna be fine though. I think Nicki good.
Oh, we gotta get Chiggs to give us an opinion. Why you say well deserved? Why you say well deserved?
With who? Which one? Because she's MAGA. Sorry. She's sold out.
He's trying to get that bullshit. Get that propaganda ass shit out of here, bro. Nicki's a goat. We ain't doing that.
Nicki raw as hell. I think Nicki still does well when she ready to drop. She gets the love she needs to get.
Big Friday 2 was good, man.
Pink Friday 2 was the best album that dropped that year.
A black woman can't have her own opinions. I was like, God damn.
That was the best album that dropped that year.
Yeah, she can.
But they y'all seen?
But Pink Friday was too, and I produced Ramble Movie on the week on that album.
Nice.
You got paid from that? I'm just making sure.
Do y'all want to see the latest thing Lil Wayne said though?
Oh yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Let me see if I can share the screen. Let me see how to do that shit.
Alright.
It's crazy, bro. That's amazing.
He's a legend.
Still pushing. No, retired. And even with Carter 6, I get people don't like it because it was like a mix of like a reverb album. So I get kind of why niggas don't like it. It definitely had a lot of guitar and rock elements to it, but I like experimental shit.
Somebody said Wayne needs to get himself together and stop looking like a scarecrow.
Man, we hating on the iTunes, bro. That's crazy.
I never thought he would fall off like this. This is wild to me.
He fell off 10 years ago.
Crazy.
It's just bad management. He didn't really fall off. It's just bad management.
Wayne got a great feature down there every year. He had features that go crazy all throughout the
Yeah, that song Corday. It was like one of the best verses I heard for a minute.
Let me run a clip real quick. We got the Carter 6 last year. Is the Carter 7 coming soon? And if so, is that the case? And maybe you give us a sneak peek if there's any features on the album.
The Carter 7 is coming soon. I'm not sure if we're gonna just name my next album the Carter 7, but I got albums coming as well. But I don't know if they're gonna just name it Carter 7 or they're gonna wait for another album and name it that. Cause but I got music for days, and what they do is they just come in here and they just grab a bunch of songs and they just put a title on like, this Carter 7, this cut so. Carter 7 coming soon.
We got. Don't do that. What is he talking about?
Who is they?
That's a huge problem. It's management team.
It's management problem. I gotta do research on that. I might actually do a video on that. That's ridiculous, bro.
One shit been over hurdles like this. There's some early in your career type problems like you artists.
Yeah, because I need to know who his management really is, bro. Like, one day
it seems like he's just a guy like I love rapping, and then like whatever happens on the business side, like I think it's gonna spit it out, whatever. You have a name like they shouldn't be naming whatever. I don't know. If it's gonna be named the Carter, it's gotta be like a Carter. Like that, I don't think that's the way that Wayne should approach things. Like he should even. He should probably if he's gonna retire anything, he should retire naming albums the Carter. Like that's probably what he should do. He can do
Well,
whatever.
that's marketing, though. That's all marketing.
I get it.
It's lazy, though.
But it ruins the other carders because it's like it don't have that same.
Well, we can no longer blame him because
you know.
they did, not him.
No, I'm blaming you.
The fact that he said that, yeah, that's horrible, man.
Especially for the Carter series, it's like, and also like, how long does the series need to be? Like, all right, bro, 7 million something.
Nah, he's probably gonna go to 10.
He should have stopped at 4 to me.
We don't need DS2, 3, 4. It's like, we don't need all that. Like, we don't need 10 care 2, 3, 4.
I'm the same way. He had to bounce back. If it's like what they saying right now, or what he's saying, like they just picking random songs, it's gonna suck. Or not suck. It's not gonna be able to recreate that moment. I feel like if he could bounce back and really create a great album, Carter 7, the series would be back. Because it'll be, I think 1 through 4, 5 is really good. Like it ain't gonna nobody gonna sit there class, but it's still really good. Then 6 was a mishap. But then if you could bounce back with 7, it's like, let's keep the series going, but at least like it's not as like you said, it's not losing the esteem as much anymore. If he could bounce back with Carter 7, but if like you said,
you're anticipating Carter 7.
I'm a Wayne fan, bro. Like I like Dedication 6. I like Dedication 6 Reloaded. Like,
so you like every single thing that Wayne does?
Yeah, I like Free Weezy album. I'm a Wayne fan because I think when it comes to Wayne at this point, I'm here for like the moments. Let's say like it'll be like Dedication 6. It's like 7 songs out of maybe like 12 or 13 where I'm like, bro, he's at elite like rapping. It might not be a complete project, but I'm still getting great pockets of Wayne, even on Carter 6. Maybe not the whole album. I don't need Wayne to give me like great albums at this point. This nigga in year 35 or whatever. He's been rapping since he was like 13, 14. So for me, I'm just enjoying Wayne moments. So every time he drop, if I can get even 3 songs out the project, I'm happy for it. But I think even with the Carter 6 is more like close to, I think it's like 18 songs. I like more like 10 or 12. So it's like, I'm not mad at that Wayne at year 30. But everybody else got these high expectations. Like I mean, I don't know. He's a legend. Like, let him have fun. Let him do the thing he loves. Like, and enjoy it as a fan. That's how I'm coming.
So you think he still got a skill set, just empty buckets?
Yeah, and if you really listen to Wayne, bro, he got some shit, bro. Like even on Carter 6, bro, like he's some incredible rapping on there, bro. Like
you sound like a politician answer, bro.
I'm sorry.
This nigga's Wayne's manager, bro. That's Wayne's manager right there.
You sound like Wayne's manager for real.
I thought I was one of the biggest Wayne fans, but you got it, my boy.
Wayne and Drake fan, bro.
You got it. I do think Wayne is capable as far as lyricism, as far as wordplay, similes, metaphors. He's gonna do that shit. That's his thing. And if you want to go to him for that, you're gonna be able to get that. But everything else, though, good the fuck luck. Good luck. Everything else, though, I don't know.
I say that with Carter 6, but not Carter 5. Carter 5 has some amazing records right now.
I agree.
God took his time when he made me. Like let it all work out. Like it was some elite writing on there. Carter 6, it's like a little rebirth piece. So I get why it's hard on the Eagles.
Carter 5 was late.
Hey, their Free Weezy album was slept on.
I'm trying to tell niggas, London Rose, like it's shit on there, bro. There's shit on there.
Seeing Green was amazing. I love that shit.
I'm here for Wayne to keep dropping year 7. I definitely hope it's better than Carter 6 just because of the hate that it got. But for me as a fan, if I get 5, 6 songs I like off the project, I'm happy. Like, bro, it's one of my favorite artists of all time, bro. Like,
so don't take too much to satisfy you with Wayne's music.
No, the nigga, he's 30 years in the game.
Pause, nigga.
He's 30 years in the game. What else do you like? Who can have expectation on a guy that's been that great, that consistently? And we talking about one album for real.
I don't know. If we can hold Drake to a certain standard, we gotta hold Lil Wayne to that standard too, right?
I don't feel like Wayne missed the standard, but on Carter 6, if we want to talk about consistency, Carter 5 was top tier to me, bro.
That was top tier, man. Where do you
what's on the docket? Yeah, what's on the docket, bro? This thing.
What's on the docket? Y'all want to talk about Larry Jackson? The whole Larry Jackson shit, or?
Larry Jackson. Larry Davis. Mazo flag red and blue. A mission hope. ZMF money, look how much I'm making, ho. ZMF money, look how much I'm making, ho. Agent Pet. I don't need a nickname. Boom. What is wrong with niggas?
Got some good news, you know, the thing. Also gonna be discussing Scarlett. Yes, Scarlett is made a lot.
Give me that.
She's gonna need some of our you know, our ethnic
Give me
advice
the.
from maybe them ain't talking to her. Okay, nothing bad or anything like that, but I just hate to see our young girls going through things that we could have helped them to prevent. You know what I'm saying? So we're also going to be discussing Lotto and her sister wives coming together for a kumbaya.
Big Lotto, Big Lotto, Big Lotto.
5 babies, 3 baby mamas. We missing one. So we're going to be discussing Lotto being welcomed into her little Neo situation. That's what it's giving. That's definitely what it's giving. Also going to be discussing, we got a pastor gate. We're trying to figure out who the married pastor is that Kelly slept with. I've had a few phone calls, okay? So this is what the streets is saying. I'm going to give you that. We're also going to discuss, we got some information on K. Michelle and that Nigerian ex-boyfriend that her and Portia shared. Apparently he has spoken out. We are right now trying to get him on our platform, but in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and give you an update on that information because all of this went down on Real Housewives of Atlanta on Sunday, okay? And don't forget, we got a lot of information coming up about Pinky that we're going to be pre-recording here. So stay tuned on
that nigga.
Last but not least, Steve Harvey dragging Diddy. Okay, he is disgusted, so he said, all right? All this and more coming up in this show, all right? You guys know that we wait to play the ad later on in the show, just because, you know, we don't want to bore you with YouTube ads, and what YouTube has been doing lately, they've been throwing ads all over the video, below the video, in the video, they've been muting me, so I'm like, you know what, let me just put our ads towards the end, that way everybody's happy, okay? Now, if you got YouTube Premium, you don't get ads on YouTube Premium, but ain't nobody got no $30, $40 for no YouTube Premium. I know I don't, and I'm a YouTuber, okay? It's just like, you know how you work for a restaurant, and I have in the past for many years.
Shut the fuck up. You don't want people to get YouTube Premium because you're not gonna get that money. I am funny like a piggy. Shut the fuck up.
Hand it to me from the side. I'm not paying, alright?
What is nigga doing?
Everybody good? Everybody happy? Did you guys enjoy Zoom the other night on TashaGayLive.com? Who was messy? Shout out to Miss Rosie for all that extra information that we did not need, but we definitely thoroughly enjoyed, okay? What did we talk about? We definitely talked about Trinell. We talked about a lot of stuff on our Zoom. It was 4.5 hours long. You do have to subscribe to TashaGayLive.com to get that Zoom, okay? But enough of me, all right? We got some good news here. Jessie J is cancer-free. Okay, it is White Wine Wednesday. I know you guys are fans of hers, and so devastating news came to her. I believe in 2024. if I'm not mistaken, 2024, 2025. She had just welcomed her son in 2023, so she had just had a baby, and then she went for early detection, like, you know, a pre-screening, as we should be getting, you know, especially the older we get, and they caught it early. Now, of course, she did have a lump on her breast. They did take it out. She did do a little bit of chemo, and she just celebrated the other day that she was cancer-free. Matter of fact, it was on the 21st, okay? And everybody texted me about this. They was like, she cancer-free, oh my God. And so, I mean, that is a good thing to celebrate, because a lot of women, it doesn't work out that way simply because we do not like to go to the doctor, because we're always afraid that we're going to hear some bad news, and that's not the case. Even if you are to hear some bad news, the fact of the matter is that they can fix it most of the time, and especially if you're proactive, you know, concerning your health. You don't just sit there and just hope and pray that nothing's wrong with you when God has blessed us with doctors and, you know, surgeons, herbs, medications to help us, you know, to live longer. Because a lot of times back in the day, before they had all this advanced technology, we weren't living that long. This is the longest that we've ever lived in the United States. But, you know, in Africa, they can go a lot longer, in some Asian countries as well, too. Do we got a video of her, Jasmine?
Oh, listen to this.
Thankful that, you know, we got technology, good doctors, and you know, people that can, you know, really just say, hey, yeah, let's take that off so nothing else develops over time, okay?
The thing is, we still need good boy in the What? You're funny, sir. Thank you.
Moms, which is crazy. I don't talk about nobody's mother. That's just not me. Then you got him dissing the G Unit and my man Murder on there. To me, Rick Ross jokes is getting dry. Murder, clean my boat, Yale, mow my lawns. Niggas don't care about that. Rick Ross not smacking nobody. You'll be talking about
That's funny.
We saw you in Canada, brother. We saw you run on your peoples. We know you're not about that.
Yeah, because we ain't playing Canada, boy. We don't play over here.
This is when 50 is
going
back and forth with Diddy backstage. I think that's the day he told French Meek is better than you. 50 was just wilding that day. When Rick Ross walked by me, Smack got the video. He just don't want to put it out. They said, what up? They had like 30 niggas with them. And I'm like, what up? Like, we don't never travel light, so he knows it's not like that. But now the volume is definitely like that, bro. You can bring it to your punk. Nigga punch him in the chest, he might have a Caesar, man. Shout out to Biggs, too, man. Shout out to Biggs, already Biggs. He made that call. Yeah, he made nigga apologize. Ross, make sure you retract.
Make a nigga purge, make a nigga good, come on, bro. Washing my gun. I got shit to do. I need to go collect that money. Let go, let go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I need to go collect that money. Give me that money. Move, get out of here, nigga. Move. G-Unit. Oh, man. Why did I say G-Unit? G-Unit.
And they are on YouTube for certain clips now, but with them being on Netflix, I can't put that clip with Rick Ross on there. Now Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder, they on volume as well, but they podcast on Netflix as of right now, so I can put that up on him. But Rick Ross jumped all the way out and just volunteered.
You're so freaky, Autobus.
They
what you doing, bro?
For a little bit at the beginning, like at the kind of the first part or whatever. That's a
move, guys, move.
But also, he just jumped out there at that moment where Fat Joe was just talking about, yeah, man, older rappers from the past who whack now, they just fell off, got their bag or whatever. He said, oh, you talking about 50 Cent G-Unit, huh? And he said, nah, I ain't talking about them. He was like, well, nah, that's them. You threw me the alley-oop, man. I'm a slam dunking for you. And just hearing that, he said, I'm a backhand him with this right here. And it's this little cloth thing that Rick Ross been saying now that he say cost $1 million. I don't know if Rick Ross think he like his inner Terminator or something, what that is right there. Some type of like, what that is, masquerade ball movie or something, I don't know. But he say it cost $1 million. Ross rich, he got money to blow. So, but he said, hey man, I'll smack 50 Cent when I see him. Just keep it all the way 100. When you see what Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder said right there, and it's to the point where they have to respond because of the fact not
only is you coming at us, but you also on our network because they are down, they are under volume as well. Colin Carhart owns the volume, the network. He got Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder podcast on there. Also got Fat Joe and Jada podcast on there. If you don't remember, Shannon Sharp used to be on there. Also Club 520 podcast on there. And several other podcasts are on that network with iHeartMedia with the volume. And I want to say Roy Mal is on there too. And that's why Tony Yayo was saying, man, we the new death row with something going on because all this intertwining beef and we all up under the same network. So it's like to a point where they gotta respond to it because it's hitting all the blogs. And it's like when y'all podcasting now, y'all on the microphone talking, you gotta go and address it at this point in time. So just keep it at 100. He took it. They said also that they talked about that situation with Ross and Jeezy, and I remember hearing that. Yayo saying some footage out there, but don't nobody want to put it out of what was going on behind the scenes. Well, they crossed paths with Rick Ross and wasn't nothing said, but then he also said when Ross and Jeezy has supposedly got into it. We heard Gucci Mane speak on that as well in the past, and it was somebody Jeezy supposedly, allegedly, had pushed up on Ross and tried to get up on him. That's at the time that they was beefing and stuff. And he said, like, Ross, you really don't want to get into that. And Ross is going to have to wear what happened in Canada forever because that's on the internet. So people going to come at you with that jab. But to be honest with y'all, I don't think that Ross really cares. He looks at this as nothing but the marketing, an opportunity to try to promote his book. And he looks at it now, I'm going to use the guerrilla marketing tactic that 50 Cent uses. When I do interviews, I do anything like that, let me go ahead and diss him. He went all the way up there on Drake. And recently, when Drake dissed him on the album, he went at that. Now, with their big situation right there, that's the one I had talked about the other day where I said it didn't make no sense to me when Ross was going at Biggs, which is Maul's brother. And it was like, well, you didn't like what they said on the Rory and Maul show. You didn't like what Rory had said. It's weird how Ross was moving in the battle. He just inserted himself in it. Now he said Drake, he was basically like co-signing Drake, like, yeah, do your thing on your new album while they on the media run. So they like, hey, bro, this look weird. That's what Rory said. So that's made Rick Ross just go all the way up, down through there. It was just turning up. It brought his brother into it, which didn't make sense to me because, all right, Jay-Z the one that kind of co-signed you coming in the Def Jam. You always rocked with Jay-Z. Biggs is Jay-Z's partner. And Biggs, if people don't know, because he talked about how much money, he said, man, you got caught with 20 bags of weed, and he was trying to downplay him, and I was like, bro, whether he got caught with that or not, which I think it was like really 200 to 300 pounds on a conspiracy charge for like putting some business together, and I think he was just messing with the packs or whatever for the smoke. But it's like you was mocking that, but I'm like, bro, that's the dude that put a lot of funding up for Rockefeller and Jay-Z to even get into the game in the beginning. That's the person that was working hands-on with selected songs with Kanye West. So I was like, that didn't really make no sense. And I guess Ross is like, well, that's your brother. I'm going to go at him and things like that. But Ross did come back to the internet. And he tried to word it, or he did word it in a way like somebody gave me the call. I'm going to say this. Hey, Biggs, you got somebody that love you. You got somebody that really loves you. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, and I love that person too. So this whole stuff is being all intertwined at this point with Roy and Maul being on volume, Tony Yayo and Murder being on volume, and Joe and Jada being on volume, Ross coming on there on volume, the network, which is everybody got their own podcast entity, but that's what Yayo was saying. You got two people that's on the volume network that you just got done dissing two different podcasts. You dissing them two podcasts, and then now you coming on here, and then now it's so crazy to be two at that point in time because you dissed Jay-Z, partner, and Dog, Biggs, who been a homie forever and things, and it's like, well, we going at him, and then it's even crazy to me because I see Maul rocking heavy with Drake. He all the Drake, he OVO, always OVO this, OVO that. We call him OVO Maul on the internet, but you over there, Biggs is your older brother, but Drake is on the album dissing Jay-Z multiple times at that point. And back in the game, Mar used to always be speaking up, hey, rock this, rock that, Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that, Rock Nation Bruss this. Or I don't even know if he went to the Rock Nation Bruss, but he would be a heavy advocate for Jay-Z. But now he's over there with OVO. Then it's even crazier because I remember back in the game, Drake was dissing Rory. Like, hey, man, I don't really rock with Rory. It was like he took a little jab at him about something that happened at a restaurant with a toast or something like that. So it's just like all over the place with the dissing. At this point, Rick Ross does it because he wants to be a part of the algorithm. He's promoting this book. Then he's doing a 20-year anniversary for the Port of Miami. He got the orchestra coming up. And he said it even on here, man. I'm taking my brands everywhere I go. Ross is going to go to the store tomorrow, respond. We'll cover it if he do. He's going to be promoting the liquor. He's going to be promoting the slippery slope. He's going to be promoting the car show. He's going to be promoting the new gas partnership he's made where they deliver gas to your house. It's like Ross is just doing this just to go at people that have himself trending on the blogs. He looking at it as all advertising and promo. He is entertaining at times, though. Just keeping it all the way 100. But tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.
Bonjour, bonsoir tout le monde. C'est Stéphanie Beauséjour. Moi, passé de rappeler nous pour nous continuer à abonner à page Timoun et officielle sur YouTube et Facebook. Bonjour, bonsoir tout le monde. C'est Stéphanie Beauséjour. Moi, passé de rappeler nous pour nous continuer à abonner
some
à
snacky, nacky, packy, lucky. Academic fat ass.
And this Rick Ross it's also a long ass interview.
Academic fat ass.
One was him talking about the actual Rick Ross that PBD was asking, were you inspired by that? 50 Cent, Drake, and here we go. Let's actually start out with him talking about 50 Cent. Here we go.
Andre in there, or when I say Nas spoke for that.
We love Nas.
That militant street, that wise young hustler. You know what I'm saying? He was fly with it, get to the money young. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that go with when I say top 5, and when I said my top 5 usually change every week. When I'm smoking good and what I'm feeling like. So it is like that.
Do you have a top 5 80s? Not even rap, just 80s music, because you just played an 80s song.
I played a lot of 80s songs. Yeah. When you go EPMD, when you go Rakim, it's so difficult for me. Because when I smoke and I lay back, that shit is all magical to me. It's magical in a lot of
Okay, let's get to it.
Rose, the history with you and 50, is it better now? You guys now friends? Like, do you guys talk now, or is it still no relationship?
That's a nice alley-oop you just threw me, but...
Are you going to take it, or are you going to pass it back?
Oh, I'm a win by y'all. I'm a win by y'all.
You end up win by y'all.
Yeah. I'm a win by y'all. I'm a bitch for you. I got you. But nah, homie, watch. We've never been cool.
From day one?
No. It's big business out here. Big money.
Beach money. $1,500
episode payment check. That shit ain't.
Never collaborated together.
Nah. I'm sure he would love a Rose vibe. I'm sure. I told you I'm gonna win by Yama this bitch for. I'm gonna jump for the free throw.
By the way, would there ever be
You ever saw the interview with Shaq and Kobe together? You remember the one where they sat across from each other? I think Magic did one with Isaiah where Isaiah cried.
Yo, PBD is such a Kobe stan. I think like he had paid some wild amount of money for Kobe to like grace the stage at one of like his like conferences. He's a Kobe stan, so like he loves bringing up Kobe, and like I think he thinks it's a parallel for everything. What the fuck does Kobe and Shaq got to do with Rick Ross and 50 Cent? Kobe and Shaq were teammates. These niggas are ops.
And at the end,
what he cried for?
Well, because, you know, Isaiah was upset about some of the things that Magic said, and he felt
Look at Rick Ross's face, bro.
Like he was cut from the '92 Dream Team, that whole thing, you know.
He didn't make that dream.
He didn't make
that dream
because
team
of Michael.
Special.
That was a special dream.
Special.
Yeah.
That was the greatest shit ever put together.
You ever seen this one with Kobe and Shaq?
No.
Will there ever be a time where Rose will do a sit down with 50?
No, this is a nice alley-oop. Go ahead, finish. I'm a one by you. I'm a motherfucking Shaq this bitch for you. Go ahead and finish it.
Would it ever happen with you and 50 sitting down having a conversation? I think the world would watch that.
The first thing I would want to know is what is there to talk about?
This is a big business you guys are a part of. You guys are two of the heavyweights in the business.
I mean, what is there to talk about?
A lot of things to talk about. History.
Yo, DVD is he's hilarious. Yo, do I need to bring up the history? Like, there's some beefs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Drake and Kendrick will be cool before Rick Ross and 50 Cent. Like, honestly, yo, 50 narrated Rick Ross's baby mama getting fucked on an ashy leather couch. He did the Officer Ricky thing. Rick Ross did the curved it. Well, actually, that was Cam. But he did the he started calling him Monkey, and then 50 had Rick Ross's kids with Tia drop Tia Toby. Rick Ross drops Valley of Death. Rick Ross drops Mafia Music. Come on, like it's just so much I could like catalog. These guys will never be friends. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd be surprised if they could be in the same room with no violence. There is zero chance they'll ever be cool.
Khabib, what kind of history? That he couldn't dress. That's all I used to tell him. Yo, you can't dress. You're not really getting no money. You don't own your masters. Eminem saved you. Dr. Dre saved you. All the big names. Rose did it himself. I came in through slip and slide. I had to build this myself. And I'm not speaking down on him because he lives in a 2-bedroom apartment, but
he lives in a 2-bedroom apartment.
2-bedroom. Catch the alley-hoop now. Got him one by out of this bitch. Apartment. Yes, he does. And if he does, what does that say about him? Come on now. Just the alley-hoop. Come on now. What does it say about him?
You're saying 50 lives in a 2. He just did a big documentary on Diddy that blew up. It was a #1 documentary for like weeks.
They just use him. They'll put.
Now let me ask this question because I've heard like this rumor. By the way, I've heard 50 always stuff, but I heard like 50 would put his money towards his film company. If you don't know, we've seen G-Unit Film do a lot in, I believe, Shreveport. Is it Shreveport? I believe it's Louisiana though. And he's been trying to build up his empire to get G-Unit Films and G-Unit Studios off the ground. We've seen he's pledged over $100 million. G-Unit Films pledge millions. He's pledged millions, $124 million to transform downtown Shreveport, Louisiana into a major film and entertainment hub. So 50 is look like he's putting his money where his mouth is because he's really going hard on this venture. Now, granted, gone are the days where 50 was living in Tyson's like $50 million mansion, and when we hear the real story behind it, he was hemorrhaging cash. You know, he was spending shit ton of money. Like we saw it through the bankruptcy. Apparently, he was spending over $1 million on landscaping. $1 million to fucking clean the hedges and fucking like make sure your trees look symmetrical. Like no, like let's say he does live in a 2-bedroom apartment, but let's say he lives in some fucking high rise. I don't know, Miami or some New York City like thing where let's say he's paying like $10,000. That's actually a smart decision, right? He doesn't have to flex for no one. No one's actually questioning if he's broke or not. He doesn't have to prove he's broke or not. Why pay for a $50 million mansion when you could probably be paying less than $100,000 for rent every year? Now, granted, I'm pretty sure 50 owns a bunch of shit, but I'm just going with Rick's example, and he was right. I just don't think it's something we should try to shame 50 for.
His name on there, give him 10K, and that's it. He don't own any of that.
You think he's taking 10K for that documentary?
What you thought he was getting for power? Google the actors that was in power. They spoke up. They was getting minimums. Shit is rough. Yeah, that TV shit is crazy. Oh my, what did it say? Yeah, what did he say? You let me know. This your alley-oop now. Don't let me down.
Rob, you can't let me down, Rob.
Don't let
now
me
passing
down.
it to you. You got to do the right
Don't
research.
let me down.
If you go to the story, let's see what the story.
Now, by the way, and I think Rick Ross is being a little bit disingenuous here. Yes, the rumors were that 50 Cent accepted an executive producer role that paid him $17,000 per episode. But let's be honest, that is what it took for him to gain the trust of the studio that they greenlit. Remember, he started saying greenlit gang. They would allow him to make whatever because they're saying, we're making it at a premium or we're making it with a discount, basically. Like, okay, 50, hey, we trust you. We know that it works. We basically made some money off of, just trying your idea. We didn't have to pay that much. Now, whatever show you come with, if you want BMF, you want this, you want that, we will do it. We actually trust you. Now he's gained enough catalog and enough proof of concept that he could probably get some investors and say, hey, you don't need stars. We actually just want you to produce these films or these little short, it could be like these series by yourself, and we could shop it to whoever. It could be on Netflix, it could be on Peacock, it could be on Discovery Plus, it could be anywhere we want, and let's start up G-Unit Films. I think he won. It's like essentially doing something to prove yourself for free. It's like interning and basically then being able to gain the confidence to now flip it into a multi-million or actually 8-figure type of situation, which I think this is going to be $1 billion idea by Fit if he actually executes well. I know Ross is trying to clown him, but I actually thought it was a dope move by 50 because he gave the trust of the studio and was able to leverage.
What to say?
There is no way 50's doing stuff for 10 grand.
Come on, man.
I do know they said they don't pay a lot in this show. Go a little bit lower, Rob.
No, they talking about the power pay complaints. These are the finales and all that. Come on, man. But this what I'm gonna do for you. This is a nice alley-oop. Just cause you finna plug me with the Dolphins for you. Just cause of you, I'll let 50 wash the bottom of my yacht.
You're gonna let him wash the bottom of the yacht?
Yeah. I mean,
you're gonna be that kind?
Only because it's you.
For Reeves on a whole different level.
Reba, come on, man. That's
100-foot Reba.
Yeah. I don't like to see nothing green at the bottom. He get the scoop, the goggles, the mouthpiece, the fans on his feet, and he could flap like Flipper.
Wow. Yeah. Listen, I mean, that would be a
good business, wouldn't it be?
And you're saying you would pay?
He would get paid just like if it was power. He doesn't own power.
Yeah.
He doesn't own none of that. It's 10 million seller album. He doesn't own Get Rich or Die Trying. That's why he doesn't promote it. He makes nothing over.
But 50's a $200 million guy.
Stop. Don't lie.
Well, pull it up. So maybe I'm off. I'm correcting
people
myself
that really believe in you. Don't threaten the legitimacy of what you have here.
Rob, pull it up so we know. Omari said he made $150 per episode.
Stop.
Okay.
That's cap. Right. No, that's cap.
You're saying he didn't make the $150 per episode?
He said it. I know him.
We got on power. Old 50 Cent money. What's 50's net worth? I mean, I thought 50 did.
Don't do that. Even though this is an alley-oop
for
the market. Stop.
You're saying he's not worth $100 million?
No, that was before the bankruptcy and all that. Pull up the bankruptcy. Let's see what the bankruptcy said. And how much did he lose on his house? The Mike Tyson house. Show me. Consider 50 Cent bankruptcy case open to consider abuse out.
Oh, I thought his bankruptcy thing was over. Has it really been reopened?
Allegations. Wow. He's abusive. It's the alley-oop. PBD, come on now.
Yeah.
Yo, Rick Ross is hilarious. I gotta say.
Wait.
Yo, Sam Sneak, man, set up the interview with Ross. Okay? Set up the interview with Ross. I want to talk to Ross. I want to get to the bottom of the Ross and Drake thing. I do. I really do. I like them making music. I don't know if they'll ever make music again. I think both of them probably have their own. If I'm Drake, I'm not doing music with him again. And he sounded like he don't want to do music with Drake again either. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Ross is a funny guy, man. I did like when they made music. The only thing I'm like confused about, and I was thinking about it, I want to ask Ross one question, and this question is gonna kind of help me kind of figure out exactly the main question I wanted to ask. Like, why is it really that him and Drake are not cool? Right? We've been told and fed the story that it's his French Montana thing. Drake, he wasn't being a real nigga. He didn't clear the song. Like, French just came out and be like, nah, that's my nigga still. The one question I got for Ross is why didn't he go this hard when it came to Drake when he was into it with his own artist, Meek Mill? Actually, anytime he was questioned about the beef with Meek Mill and Drake, he actually played it. He's like, if I got to pick a side, I rock with my guy, Meek. But, Drake's the little homie, too. Y'all remember that? He was kind of really diplomatic. He was make sure he was not going to just cross that line that maybe Drake wouldn't work with him again.
Oh, God.
But now for this supposed French Montana thing, which I think we all think is bullshit, he seems to now be very comfortable with just saying what some people feel are the obvious. Like, okay, we don't rock with Drake. But why didn't he do it for Meek? Actually, when we think about it, when Meek was into it with Drake, all of the people around Meek seemed like they didn't give a fuck that he was into it with Drake because they just cared about Drake giving them a song. Y'all remember Meek and Future was mad cool? What Future do? Go do an album with Drake? Meek is signed to
Rick Ross. Nigga.
Basically saying Drake is little homie too. Act like it's a brotherly dispute. We know Khaled was doing it. Khaled and Ross are like mad close. There was really no one kind of rocking out and be like, nah, all right, man, if y'all don't fuck with me, we don't fuck with you. And I think that's the confusing part about this whole thing where I'm seeing Ross kind of really drag it. Why didn't he go this hard for Meek? Meek was obviously upset. You got French Montana saying you don't care. Why not? There's something off. I can't tell, man.
Why do you think he's loved? Why do you think he's...
Okay, they're still talking about 50 Cent here, by the way.
Loved because you
love by who, man?
Fan base.
Come on now.
You don't think 50's loved? I mean, both of you guys have had two of the biggest hits ever in hip-hop.
Come on now.
Biggest hits ever in hip-hop.
Come on now. Let's talk about this abuse.
What?
And the bankruptcy. The abuse. They said he abused the mother of his son. His son hates him. It's crazy. Something that his son said about him. No, this was a nice alley-oop. We 20 minutes in on 50. This good. I like you. We shitting on him. His son, 27, is still asking for child support. Okay.
This is his son?
I don't know, man. I don't know his...
Yo, Ross, man. What's wrong with this nigga Ross, bro?
I know his younger son. I met his younger son. I took his younger son fishing before.
This is when you guys were good?
I call him Bruce Leroy. That's him right there, the little Chinese looking.
Yo, stop it, bro. Yo, Ross is the worst nigga ever.
You say the little Chinese looking?
Yeah, he looked like Bruce Lee, like
Bruce Leroy.
That's what I call him.
And you took him fishing?
Yeah.
And 50 knew you were taking him fishing?
Oh, no, he may have told his dad, like, yo, Rose, You know what I'm saying?
Were you guys ever good, the two of you?
Who, his son?
No, you on 50.
No, his son mom used to over to be on Star Island. And so little man done been there.
I got it. Okay, now I know. I read that story.
And when the mom be in the house doing whatever she doing, the little man done out, you know.
Got it.
Yo, I'm about to cut my camera off. I want 50 or 50. I'm not laughing at this. I'm looking at something else on this screen. I am not. Matter of fact, I'm good. I want no smoke with Fifth, man.
Offers to buy 50.
So this is great. I mean, it sounds
I
like...
offered to buy the son a puppy just because I knew Bruce Leroy. What? Catch that alley hoop now.
Yeah, I mean, it is very obvious.
You gotta catch
you guys are going to
Come on,
collaborate on
I catch your alleys.
I'm telling you.
You can't be afraid of a response from a minion. You cannot be afraid of a response from a minion.
Well, listen, for me, remember,
it was pull up what came up, something I saw yesterday, I believe, that what he was trying to do, Daphne Joyce, Rick Ross calls 50 Cent. Bruce Leroy says he told you.
Yeah. Bruce Leroy.
Isn't that kind?
Yeah. Very gentle.
So imagine if the boss Rick Ross taught your son Bruce Leroy how to put the worm on.
Oh man, stop this. Yo, I didn't even see this. Y'all review this video? I did not see this part. I did not see. Yo, let's move on to Drake and some. This nigga, man, 50 not the type of nigga to be cracking jokes at his expense, bro.
On the hook.
Yeah.
Shit dope, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's fair to say you guys won't be collaborating anytime soon.
I don't know. If somebody want to go fishing, I can put them on a boat. Let them go fishing, man.
By the way, how's your relationship with Diddy?
I haven't spoken to him.
You haven't spoken to him?
No.
But you guys never had issues, right? There was no beef between you and Diddy?
No.
Yeah.
I told you my homie Block, released music through Puff, and that's who introduced me really to the industry. Shout out to Block.
Got it. So so to a guy as an outsider that's watching in.
But the important thing here is 50 Cent's son got to fish.
Yeah. Won't start out. It's a very important skill set. At a great location. You can fish anywhere. Star Island, those fish, I mean, there got to be some of the richest fish in the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Red snappers. You get to see dolphins. The dolphins.
King Griffin's $1 billion home.
When the dolphins squirt at the top, it's almost, they bust a nut at the top of their brain. You know what I mean?
What?
You get to see that in live, fucking real time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, that was a nice alley-oop.
Do you think the market's open right now for a Hit 'em Up 2.0?
Hit 'em up like what?
Like what Tupac did with that the diss track that changed the game when that came out.
I think no, it's nothing like that that's in that space because Big and Tupac were both on that same level. Right now, it wouldn't even be exciting because,
You don't put 50 at your level.
Of course not. He's a maniac.
Would you put Drake at your level?
No.
You're not putting Drake at your level.
No, see, I can see it in your eyes, you might be confused. With the numbers and all of the fake numbers flood the marketplace, 50 songs, that shit ain't nothing. Remember what I told you? The streets are the streets. If Drake was what he thought, what you think he was or what he thought he was, he would have been able to clear all this shit up, address it, and been moved on. He's still suing the label. That's like him. He might sue you for
Yo,
speaking.
stop it. Yo, why does Ross hate Drake like this? Bro, there's something that we're missing. Yo, Sam Sneak, man. Shout out to Sam Sneak. Sam Sneak is a friend to our stream, by the way. Sam Sneak was at our Florida show. Shout out to Sam Sneak. We love Sam Sneak. Sam Sneak is Rick Ross's official DJ, by the way. I've been still trying to figure out why. There's gotta be. I've heard just so many little things. Drake fronted on a song, or Drake fronted on whatever, or Drake probably acted in Hollywood. Like, what's the real problem? Because it's gotten personal.
Of him on this situation, he might sue you. He might send you a cease and desist.
It counts.
It's a nice alley-oop.
That's a nice alley.
Let them know.
But if it does, I'll definitely text you. And I'll say we got to share the legal fees together.
Shit, now.
Because we would share legal fees together. We got the same lawyer.
No, you won't, man. He might sue you. He sued Lucian Grange.
What did Lucian say?
I'm not sure.
Lucian is a heavyweight. Lucian is
I know, but
he's got a little bit dark.
When you diss certain people and they can't deal with it emotionally, they're embarrassed, they're humiliated. That's when they sue all of these people.
Did you listen to Iceman, the new?
I listened to some of it, and it was horrendous.
What?
What did you give it 0 to 10?
Oh man, that was. I mean, Pitchfork gave it. I said it was mid. Mid meant 5. Pitchfork gave it a 4 point something. No, but it was like, no one's my friend. You left me alone. It's that type of shit.
Yeah, let me tell you. I know Ross hates Drake because Ross is a musical ear. Let me tell you this. I want to give credit to Rick Ross. I think that he's. If we go through his career, number one, Ross is a legend. I do think he's a top 50 rapper of all time. Ross has one of the best ears in music for beats, for pockets. His raps always came across, for a big fat dude. It's a reason why it always sat in a pocket that reminded people of some of the greats that were a little bit heavy set but had great breath control, knew how to rhyme lyrics. He could paint a picture just with his words. Ross is, I won't take anything from Ross, but let me tell you this. Ross really hates Drake because Ross he won't front on good music. And for him to sit here and just lie, saying Drake don't got some good shit, I know it's deep. Pause. It's personal. I'm telling you, Ross is a musical guy. Ross is a musical guy. This is one of the reasons why, no matter what controversy, Ross always lasted through that. Ross is impeccable when it comes to music. He's one of the best. And I know, not only is he a great beat selector, he's someone who never lies when it comes to what his ears hear and what his mind knows is good music. But he hates Drake. And I gotta figure out what happened. I know this is one of the few situations that I've heard that, with Drake and another rapper falling out, it don't got to do with no girls. We keep hearing this French Montana thing, and I keep asking the question. If he feels this way over French Montana, why he never felt that same way when Meek Mill got into it with Drake? Instead, he kept saying Drake was the little homie, the little homie, the little homie. The little homie tried to ruin your artist career. So it can't be that. So what is it? We're trying to figure it out.
Gotta be a boss out here, man.
So nothing that would be in your new playlist that you were showing.
Was it anything in my recent playlist?
You didn't hear all of them. I don't know if you got to, But have you personally listened to every single one of the tracks in the new album?
No, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
No.
By which one did you stop? 5?
I'm not sure.
Make it to 5 or 6?
I'm not sure. You got to realize when it was going, it's music people that's on my team I allowed him to be you could be a Drake fan if you like his music. I'm not going to take, we're not on that type of shit. Listen to it if you want to listen to it. And I had people that listened to it. By the 5th song they came out, they was like, damn, this shit whack. And they went back in, listened to it. I'm like, it's not nothing that's dope. You don't hear nothing like Jay-Z and Alicia Keys from New York. I say you don't hear none of that.
Now we heard Out in the Six, I'm a national treasure.
This is a motherfucker who always bringing up Michael Jackson. What a Billie Jean at? What a Thriller. And my homies actually sat there. They lost an hour of their life for this shit.
Listen to it.
Yeah.
Are they recovered?
Yeah. Trauma.
It's tough.
Yo, stop it, bro.
Yeah.
Now, by the way,
when you've been waiting after you've seen people put ice blocks in the middle of places and promoted and marketed and the world knew what day it was coming out and the shit came out and really, folded.
How is it performing on the charts, Rob?
Cool.
I'm not tracking how Iceman
I'm not sure.
performing on the chart.
Rose don't.
Yeah, well, let's see. Iceman recorded 140.2 million first-day Spotify streams, officially making the biggest album debut in 2026 so far. The figure has placed immediate pressure on competitors and set a new benchmark for opening Drake's Janice Chef has reached #1 on Apple Music. So that shows it's doing okay. That show is doing pretty good.
I don't know what you read, but do me a favor and pull up Spotify. Let's go to the stream. Pull up Drake's Spotify.
This nigga really ain't that.
That didn't even have a logo, which you was just reading. So you might be an Iceman fan.
I'm not listening to it, just so you know. Okay, so how do you go to see where it's ranking?
I'm not sure. I'm talking about the articles. That look like the stream. I don't know.
So Rob, why don't you type in Drake, Iceman, then go to news.
You like Drake. You like Drake. You don't talk about him too.
Just so you know, I will tell you, this is the fun fact about me. I stopped, my hip hop stopped in early 2000.
This not hip hop.
It's not hip hop.
No, this not hip hop. I like how he used the Michael Jackson glove right around the time the Michael Jackson movie came out. He ride that wave. He know how to ride a wave, but it ain't working.
It does not succeed.
Okay, all right. Let's try to have a conversation. I obviously see the significance in Drake using a Michael Jackson glove because I do believe that, just like how, I hate to use LeBron as a comparison, but just like how LeBron probably, as a kid and even once he got in the NBA, he wanted to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record. I think Drake always wanted to pass Michael Jackson as having the most number ones. I think that was always a goal of his. He always rapped about it. Like he had lines like, about it.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm an amazing show for everybody today. What do we have, Crystal?
Indeed, we do. We have new U.S. airstrikes in Iran and some new pretty stunning comments and threats from Trump towards Oman. So we'll break all of that down for you. Also, we're going to take a look at that Ebola outbreak. The Trump administration is looking for volunteers to go to the airport to screen incoming passengers for illness. So the response there, not looking too great. We're also going to take a look with John Mearsheimer about what is happening in the Strait of Hormuz, the way that Israel is trying to undermine any potential peace process. And we also wanted to dig in with him to the latest out of Ukraine. It's a subject we haven't covered nearly enough recently, but there are some significant developments and some concerns that Russia could, in fact, be looking outside of Ukraine to escalate this conflict. So I want to talk to him and get his view of what exactly is happening there. Also, as you probably know, the Pope issued an AI-focused encyclical. So we have a Catholic who is also an AI expert on to talk to us about that and break down the import. We also have a number of Trump administration actions to continue to push AI forward at breakneck pace and the labeling of anti-data center extremists as a new focus of federal government crackdowns.
Okay, everybody stick with us for our premium subscribers. We deeply apologize about the show being late yesterday. We'll get to that in a second. Now, first and foremost, the most important thing is to make sure everybody who's paying for our service gets their email signed up. So support@supercast.com. If you haven't received an email or you still have some questions about the process, again, support@supercast.com. Griffin, Mac, the entire team, we are all working behind the scenes to make this faster every single day. Now, for yesterday, though, it was a 3-hour show, so sometimes that's just going to be late. That's part of it. And, Crystal, you can explain some of the process here for behind the scenes. And I apologize for taking everybody behind the curtain. A lot of people still have questions, and this is the reason.
Yeah, so one of the issues we're having is the emails going out, but the Spotify upload has not fully happened because Spotify just takes a little bit longer, and that's causing a lot of problems because a lot of people watch it on Spotify, so they get the email, they go to Spotify, it's not there.
Exactly.
So what we've decided to do is hold the email until it's uploaded everywhere so that no matter how you access it, it will be available once you get the email. That means the email is going to be a little bit later. If you are anxious to see the show as soon as it is humanly available and possible for you, go to Supercast and check there, see if it has been uploaded and is available there. So that was the decision that was made so that there's not confusion. That'll mean the email is a little bit delayed, but no big deal.
Yeah, and the thing is, guys, I get it. The people who watch on YouTube are like, oh, it's ready. Why should we wait? 50% of the people watch on Spotify, all right? So, we gotta make sure that everybody's happy. So I know there's a lot of diehards out there and people set their clock and all of that, etc. We're doing our absolute best to please everybody. So there you go.
And I have to say, given everything, it's gone very smoothly.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys guys for bearing with us. I know people are excited about the shift, and we are too. And so working out some kinks this week. But if you're having any issues whatsoever, support at Supercast. That is the big message.
In a few weeks, you won't even think about it, and everything will just be a lot better. Okay, let's go ahead and start with Iran, as Crystal said. In deja vu from our Tuesday show, in the middle of ceasefire negotiations, talks, and all of that, what happened? Oh, let's go and put it up here on the screen. Late last night, the news broke. The U.S. military struck a military site in Iran near the Strait of Hormuz and intercepted 4 Iranian drones. They carried out new strikes targeting a military site that a U.S. official said posed a threat to American forces and a commercial traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. military also intercepted drones launched from Iran on Wednesday. Now, allegedly, these drones, let's put A0B, please, up on the screen. This is from Trita Parsi. Allegedly, these drones were launched from Iran towards a U.S. commercial vessel. Obviously, we don't know the exact details, but here's some immediate analysis from Dr. Parsi. 2 new U.S. strikes on Iran. U.S. says it was in response to drones. Unclear whether there were casualties on the Iranian side. It is unlikely that Tehran will accept this as a new normal. A low-grade conflict gives the United States a major advantage. It can inflict comparability more damage on Iran while slowly eroding Iran's new one deterrence. A strong Iranian response, on the other hand, would escalate matters beyond Tehran's preference and play right into Israel's hands, jeopardizing any progress made in the negotiations. Instead, Iran may opt to respond elsewhere. Either way, this is putting dangerous pressure on the already fragile situation. Trump appeared frustrated today and might have requested limited kinetic action. Washington may calculate this will help push the negotiations forward, but it might as well easily kill the talks. And just as you can almost set your watch by, A0C, please. So here from CENTCOM, 10 p.m. Eastern Time last night, Iran launched a ballistic missile towards Kuwait. It was successfully intercepted by Kuwaiti forces, again, according to them. The egregious ceasefire violation was by the Iranian regime occurred hours after Iranian forces launched 5 one-way attack drones that posed a clear threat in and near the Strait of Hormuz. All drones were successfully intercepted by U.S. forces, which embedded a ground control site in Bandar Abbas. U.S. Central Command and regional partners remain vigilant and measured. So, if Iran strikes back, that's a ceasefire violation. If the U.S. strikes out, it's not a ceasefire violation. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what ceasefire means. Fire is not ceasing. Seems to be a common thread here with a lot of these U.S. and Israeli actions in modern times. But look, I mean, the bottom line is it demonstrates that the ceasefire is falling apart. The extension of the ceasefire still hasn't happened. There was a lot of optimism on Sunday. They're blaming the Iranians. They're saying, oh, they move slow and all that. It's certainly true. But really what it is, apparently on the Iranian side, is they need buy-in from all factions of the government. They need Supreme Leader to sign off. They need Ghalibaf to sign off. There's internal disarray. Some of the hardliners are mad at Ghalibaf for even negotiating in the first place. Basically, everybody in that system.
Are we still talking about the Kevin Hart roast?
Still?
Yes.
Still
well,
to this day.
Kevin Hart yesterday posted a clip from our interview
talking
about what he did and did not approve to take place at the roast as far as the jokes. Let's take a listen.
True said, well, Kevin, I don't know. They're saying that I can't say this. I said, who's saying? Sure, you're going to do whatever the you want. That's why you're here.
He also said that you started jokes beforehand.
But why am I reading jokes beforehand?
I don't
so I can not laugh, so I can be in the chair. Because you're in charge.
Yeah, you're in charge, so people think that everything falls back on you.
You're not acting as a know all and do all at the top. Comedians, I need to see everything y'all doing before y'all. That's not what comics do. Like, you're taking away the fun of the jokes. To my point that I'm making to you, no, I didn't see nobody's jokes.
Yeah, so he captioned this by saying that people no longer care about the truth. We are living in crazy times. Truth no longer matters, and it's pretty funny. Nobody does research. Everyone just assumes and runs with the narrative of clickbait. Even when the proof is right in front of your face, most will forever choose the lazy road of assumption. Even when I clearly say that comics are comics and comics operate on their own, nobody controls the comedians. Comedians do what they want and how they want. It's simple. The rules of being a comedian are understood by all comedians. And there was a lot of conversation when he came up here after the Breakfast Club about what jokes were cut out. Like, people are saying, hey, well, you were able to not do a Trump joke that was supposed to be set up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Where did you get that from?
Right. Well, I think people are confusing it because Madison Sinclair, who was one of the writers, and even one of Pete Davidson's writers came out about the jokes that didn't make it into the roast. But from what I read and understood, these were jokes that were there that were propositioned, but just said no, didn't make it. People were making it seem like they were cut from somewhere.
Yeah, but you can tell that. Like, certain people will go up to the prompter and they'll be looking and they'll be like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. And then some people are using the prompter. Some people aren't.
Yeah.
Some people are doing both. go look at, somebody like Cheryl Underwood said, you can see she was doing both. She even told you when she wasn't doing both.
So the jokes weren't cut out of the special. The comedians just decided not to do those jokes. Correct.
That's how I understood it. I don't know.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
And if you go actually read the jokes that were cut out, they were very light compared to what actually was in the rock.
And Tony Kevin's like, yo, y'all mad at me, why not Tony? And Tony has made remarks about the roast that people were just acting like didn't happen.
The roast of Kevin Hart was something else, huh? It's the first time I've been called a Nazi multiple times in just a few hours. I guess the guy that pulls names out of a bucket, giving everybody an opportunity, is a Nazi. Isn't that something? And the writers I used to work with, there's a few great writers in that writer's room, and the rest of them are just living in a bubble of mental illness, and it's very exciting. I got called a Nazi, gay, a racist, over and over again. I'm none of those three things. A little fun fact. But they are fat, ugly, black, Jewish. Everything I said was real about that. Just a reminder.
Now, why is he equating being black and Jewish with being a Nazi and racist? Being black and Jewish are not negative. So I don't understand why people don't have more smoke for Tony Hinchcliffe. Like, Kevin is right when he said he didn't tell the joke. And y'all are mad that Kevin didn't say nothing to Tony on stage. Y'all ain't saying nothing to Tony now.
Yeah, I think it's just the reporting. Like, certain places you read are saying this was cut after live, this wasn't, like, but he's saying that's not what happened. So we move on now.
Literally, donkey of the day should go to Jill Biden, the Democratic Party, Biden's in the circle, the staff, the record label, the mother effing crew, and everybody who spent years telling Americans not to believe their own eyes. Okay, see, Sunday morning, I believe.
Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
Tell us
Fuck
that when she
that
watched the 2024 debate, she thought President Biden was having a script.
My fofo makes your eye out, you don't go.
This morning, Jill Biden opened up about her husband's infamous 2024 debate performance. Because I have never, ever seen Jill like that before or since. She says she feared her then 81-year-old husband was experiencing a medical condition. I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to